Another well-known climate prophet was Dr. James Hansen of NASA. Here's an article from June 24, 2008. Hansen, echoing work by other scientists, said that in 5 to 10 years the Arctic will be free of sea ice in summer. Representative Ed Markey of Massachusetts said that Dr. Hansen was a climate prophet. But unfortunately for Senator Markey and climate prophet Hansen, there's more sea ice now than there was in 2008 when he made that prediction. In 1988, Dr. Hansen testified before Congress and warned that we were in serious trouble from global warming. He predicted in 1988 or 1989 that within 20 or 30 years, lower Manhattan would be underwater. Based on expert forecasts from people like Dr. Hansen, the New York Times predicted this week in 1995 that most East Coast beaches would be gone in 25 years or by the year 2020. That prophecy also didn't seem to work out very well. Another one of the expert forecasts from 1988 predicted that we were going to have 220-mile-per-hour hurricanes coming up soon. They also predicted there was going to be a sharp decrease in the amount of rice being produced. Since they made that forecast in 1988, rice yields have continued to increase linearly to record highs. We haven't been getting 220-mile-per-hour hurricanes, but in the year 1780 there was a hurricane with winds over 200 miles per hour. It was the deadliest Atlantic hurricane on record. The wind blew so strong that it stripped the bark off the trees. Meteorologists are of the opinion that this effect is produced on wind velocities of over 200 miles per hour. British Admiral Rodney wrote that the wind carried aloft 100 feet the heavy cannons of the ground fortifications. Here's a letter from the Oxford Journal dated December 30th, 1780. A private letter from Barbados dated November the 2nd, which is some days later than those published by authority, says that the late dreadful hurricanes that raged so violently in the island that not a single house, church, building, or public edifice was left standing. Climate prophets don't seem to understand much about the past, and they're not very good at predicting the future either. But Europe doesn't need to worry. In 2004, the top climate prophets in the Pentagon predicted that Britain would have a Siberian climate by the year 2020. They also predicted nuclear conflict, megadroughts, famine, and widespread rioting across the world. They might have been correct about the widespread rioting, but it doesn't have anything to do with climate. Climate prophets don't seem to be doing very well, but by telling really scary stories, they can get their 15 minutes of fame. And Twitter will of course promote them no matter how ridiculous their story is. Toto has been pulling back the curtain on this scam for the past 13 years. You can visit him, Kyrie, and Caesar on the web at realclimatescience.com.